You're listening to Ka-Pow, the pop culture podcast. Comics, television, movies, and more. If it impacts fan culture, we have something to say about it. And now, your hosts, Jordan, Cliff, and Seth.
Welcome back, everybody, to Ka-Pow, the pop culture podcast, Battle of the Fake Bands. This is part 5, the final quarter of our March Madness style bracket, as we are matching up fictional bands and musicians against each other to determine who is the best in the history of pop culture. Thank you for joining us. My name is Jordan Lowe.
I'm Cliff Barnes.
I'm Seth.
Our bracket maestro returns, Jared Lowe. Put all these seeds together and all these matchups that we're playing, and he's kind of running this show for us. Thank you for coming back.
Hey, fellas, happy to be back. We're having fun, right? We are.
You keep asking that.
I'm not sure. So we started off with 88 bands, singers, musicians from across the multiverse of pop culture, and we are whittling them down. We've actually kind of getting down to a Sweet 16 from that initial 88, and right now we've got 12 of those 16 set. So right now we need to set the final quartet of that Sweet 16, so we can get down to the nitty gritty and get a winner. I mean, there's only gonna be one winner here, folks. It's going in the notebook or whatever. What do you guys have? You have a official goes in the notebook because the
annals.
There you go. That's where it's going.
The sports
the annals.
That goes in the annals. That's where everything goes.
Okay, so that's exciting to be a part of. So we're down to our last region of the bracket here. Just a reminder, this is, let's think of it as a March Madness, basketball tournament bracket. We've already done three of the 4 regions after a wild play-in tournament. So go back and listen to those episodes if you haven't heard those. But we're getting down to our last region here. We've got 16 teams. We're going to get it down to 4, and then we'll battle it out for a winner here. So we've got seeded 1 through 16, and our 16 seed in this case was one of our play-in tournament winners. Made it out of that play-in tournament as a 16 seed. And this was the strip club house band at the Vampire Bar Strip Club from dusk till dawn.
Just say the name. Just what's the name? What are they called?
Titty Twister House Band.
Damn! Get that drop.
That's what it is.
They're the reason I always drink my first beer of the night off a foot.
Quentin would approve.
That's a good song.
All right.
Famous scene. Most famous scene in the movie, for sure.
So that's got a tall order going up against my number 1 seed. of this bracket. And I feel like it's isn't it illegal? You're not allowed to wear like propaganda of the people at the voting booth. I've got the T-shirt on right here.
You're giving it away. If
I thought he had
this video.
I was looking. I thought that was a Beats shirt.
This is Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem from the Muppet Universe.
Oh, yeah! Woo! All right! Everybody's lover, everybody's brother. I want to be your lifetime friend. Crazy as a rocket, nothing in my pocket. I keep it at the rainbow's end. I never think of money, I think of milk and honey. Grinning like a Cheshire cat. I focus on the pleasure, something I can treasure. Can you picture that? Can you picture that? Oh, yeah! Hey, Floyd, take a verse. Let me take your picture, add it to the mixture. There it is, I got you now. Really nothing to it, anyone can do it. It's easy and we all know how. Now begins a changing, mental rearranging. Nothing's really where it's at. Down the Eiffel Tower's holding up a flower. I gave it to a Texas cat. Fact is, there's nothing out there you can't do.
Even Santa Claus believes in you. That was, of course, that's from the Muppet movie. Can You Picture That? Which is just a banger. What a great song. Yeah, so the Dr. Teeth and the Band premiered on the show, of course, the Muppet Show in 1975. Appeared in, most of the movies and everything. Of course, Dr. Teeth plays piano and sings.
Yeah,
got
based on Dr. John.
There you go. We got Floyd Pepper on bass, Janice on guitar, of course, Animal on drums. Got Zoot on the horns, and Zoot is saxophone.
Sax man.
Yeah, another sax man in the mix. And then Lips, I think, appears sometimes. Trumpet maybe, but yeah. Everybody loves the Muppets, right?
Really, yes, absolutely. But had we really thought hard about this, we could have, ended up with a Final Four of Saxmen.
Yeah, that would have been.
Like,
I've been in on that.
Can you picture that in the Muppet movie, the first film role, and then Nightlife and the Happiness Hotel and the Great Muppet Caper, Jingle Bell Rock and Muppet Family Christmas, You Can't Take No for an Answer and the Muppets Take Manhattan, and then after Jim Henson died, they kind of took a back seat. They didn't do as much with the band. And then they came back in 2023 as Muppets Mayhem on Disney Plus, which I thought was a terrific,
great series.
Just only lasted that one season, so it was really well made. So, they kind of began in the 70s and have had peaks and valleys since then. But I'm a diehard Muppets guy, so I'm all in on these guys for sure.
Yeah, I read apparently they had planned a live tour with audio animatronic versions with the band My Morning Jacket, if you're a fan of that band, performing like as the characters. This was like in the 2000s they were going to do that, but they kind of abandoned those plans, but said they did end up playing live for the first time ever in a 2016 festival in San Francisco, Outside Lands Music Festival in San Francisco. They played live as as puppets, I presume.
But you haven't seen them live, though.
I was not there, so I did not see that. No.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of nostalgia for both of those, honestly.
For different types of nostalgia.
Yeah, but still, it's there. I'll throw Teddy Twisters a bone. I don't think they're going to move on. But
Dr. Teeth and the Mayhem.
All right.
They move on as the 1 seed. Took care of business against the play-in team. All right, so we've got this bracket we actually
I'm just imagining the Muppets walking into that bar. Like, what's going on in here?
Cheech meeting them at the door, giving them the spiel.
Animals. Yeah, beating on a vampire.
That could have been
Animal
season.
go crazy.
That could have been season 2 right there.
Oh man.
Okay, so next we've got a 14 seed going up against a 3 seed. In this case, our 14 seed was one of our other play-in bands. And this was from the 1986 movie Howard the Duck. We've got Cherry Bomb made it into the tournament, lest we forget.
Oh, no.
I'm still picturing Animal making a cross with his drumsticks. Sticks. All right.
I'm going to have to go back and watch that movie again. I have
Okay,
not
well,
seen
now's
that
not the time.
in a long time. Like I was getting into it.
I know, but you want
Yeah.
to do this whole thing tonight. I got
Just to recap, that was Leah Thompson fronting the Cleveland-based band Cherry Bomb in the Howard the Duck movie. Song, that one was written by Thomas Dolby, the 80s guy, and George Clinton was a co-writer on that one too, from Funkadelic.
Yeah.
I liked all that, but I have a feeling we're not going to have quite as many upsets on this episode.
So that was the 14 seed. So it's going up against the 3 seed. I'm interested in one of my absolute favorites, but I don't know if you guys are into this band. From the great land of New Zealand, got Flight of the Conchords.
On that, if you choose to proceed, you will indeed concede. Cause I hit you with my flow, the wild rhyme will stampede. I'm not just wild, I'm trained, domesticated. I was raised by a rapper and writer that dated and subsequently procreated. That's how it goes. Here's the hip-hop-opotamus, the hip-hop.
They call me the hip-hop-opotamus. My lyrics are bottomless. They call me the hip-hop-opotamus. Flows that glow like phosphorus. Popping off the top of this esophagus. Rocking this metropolis. I'm not a large water-dwelling mammal. Where did you get that preposterous hypothesis? Did Steve tell you that perchance? Steve.
My rhymes and records, they don't get played. Because my records and rhymes, they don't get made. And if you rap like me, you don't get paid. And if you roll like me, you don't get laid.
My rhymes are so potent that in this small segment I made all of the ladies in the air.
So this is, of course, Brett McKenzie and Jermaine Clement from New Zealand. Self-described as New Zealand's 4th most popular guitar-based digi-bongo a cappella rap funk comedy folk duo. 4th most popular. They had 2, it's actually started off as a BBC radio show where they kind of created these, characters and band, etc. And they got 2 seasons on HBO, which if you have not watched it, highly recommend. I find it hilarious. It's a very good show. Only 2 seasons, quick watch. So did 2 seasons on HBO, ended up doing 2 studio albums plus a live album. Great stuff. I love them. I don't know if you guys are fans or not. What do you think about Conchords?
He was the shiny crab in Moana, right?
It was Tamatoa and Moana. And Brett, of course, did all the music for the newer Muppet movies as well, so they went on to do other things.
I like that song. But I did not watch Flight of the Conchords, and I don't know that I knew who he was before he was in Moana. So I don't really have any experience with it. But, I mean, it was interesting.
Yeah, this show definitely introduced America to both these guys, as well as Rhys Darby, Kristen Shaw, and Taika Waititi. All kind of got their start with the Conchords. I love the show. It's what I was trying to do when I did Running the Asylum. That's what I was trying to do. I was just trying to do Fly the Conchords to the Congo, basically. I have both those albums. I listen to them all the time. I have those on a heavy rotation. They're funny, but they're a wide variety. They do, love songs and rap songs and funk and every genre of music. They have a good take on it. So great stuff.
Yep. Fly the Conchords.
There you go.
On. I love it. And just to close the loop, Valerie got us tickets a few years ago when they were doing a U.S. tour.
Oh, snap.
So we went up to Cleveland and saw them, and it was great. They were amazing and hilarious, and it was a fun time. All right.
Closure.
So that was the last one. All right.
So the 4 bands you've seen live are Flight of the Conchords, Tenacious D,
Rockafire Explosion.
Rockafire Explosion.
And the Country Bears.
And the Country Bears. Okay.
We did it. We did it. We figured it out.
Figured it out.
Wow.
Very good.
You've seen more fake bands than I've seen real bands.
All right. So we're moving down to, we've got a 5 seed against a 12 seed next. Our 5 seed is from one of the, again, a pretty recent one, a show that's, I think it just kind of wrapped up its final season here very recently on HBO. From the Righteous Gemstones, we've got Uncle Baby Billy Freeman.
Come on now. The rest of us, we gonna sing and we gonna dance! Hallelujah!
Mama told me not to, I did anyway, misbehaving.
Daddy said don't, but I said I'm gonna misbehaving.
Swimming in the creek,
catching crawdads and playing with a stick.
I wore lipstick
and I got caught shaving. Just 2 little country kids outside misbehaving.
Teacher said don't, but I said it anyway, misbehaving.
Preacher said no, if you do, you're gonna pay misbehaving.
Kicking and spitting and cussing out loud,
running through the house with a pickle in my mouth.
Playing in the street, look at me outside a waving. Just 2 little kids out there misbehaving.
We thought we just messing around till we met that man in the thorny crown. He taught us that tricks and mischief leads to Satan. So from now on, there's no misbehaving.
Oh, did we peak too early?
Yeah.
You could have run that song when it was in danger of being eliminated. You'd throw that song out there.
That's what, when he started playing that, I thought, I cannot believe he is playing this song. That was a big mistake.
Oh,
he couldn't freaking help himself.
We still got Bible Bunkers theme song.
I can't help myself with that. That is amazing.
Should have started with I don't know if there was a theme song to Tingus, but you should have played something else.
There'll come a payday. There's
I got that
really
one.
Good.
Yeah. We got some other links if we need it.
Yeah, there's some still. There's enough to back that up.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, there is.
That's what you. That's the PB&J. Wait, you don't play for 6 episodes. yeah.
That was Walton Goggins and Jennifer Nettles, of course, from Righteous Gemstones. That's going up against.
It doesn't matter. They're up against.
Yeah, I feel bad for this one, but we'll throw it out there. The 12 seed, a Disney Channel original movie.
Good, whatever it is.
Lemonade Mouth.
Just trying to get through. Can you hear
That was from 2011, I believe. Disney Channel original movie, based on a book, I guess. Starring Bridget Mendler was the star, who went on to star in the Disney Channel original series Good Luck Charlie, which is shout out Good Luck. If you ever have if you're in a situation where you're being forced to have to watch a Disney Channel original series, watch Good Luck Charlie, because it's great. It's literally good. It's a good show. It's it stacks up against other sitcoms. It's great. So yeah, she's good in that. This was huge with it missed you guys, obviously. You're not going to vote for it, but for a certain set of kids in that era, this was the biggest thing going. My girls discovered it years later, obviously, a little more recently, but I know they watched it a handful of times. They really loved it. So I don't know, Cliff, were your kids into this one?
I don't remember this. I knew the name, probably just because they watched, especially Carly, a lot of Disney Channel. I definitely remember Good Luck Charlie, but Lemonade Mouth, I don't remember the show. I mean, listening to it,
there's a movie or whatever that's in my watch list.
Okay.
Somebody watched it and loves it. And I'm questioning why I'm supposed to watch this movie.
Yeah, it's basically, they all get detention or whatever, and they all meet in detention at school. And I think that was the song where they start doing little hitting the stapler and stuff, and they come up with a little song, and they form a band and try to make it big or whatever. But
I did that many times in detention. I had so many bands from detention class.
There you go. That's how it works.
My notes say they form a band to stand up for their beliefs and to overcome struggles. So that sounds very generic.
What a great generic plot. Yeah. It was all about the music, I think, on that one. Yeah.
10 original songs released as a soundtrack that peaked at number 4 on Billboard. So it was huge. A big impact.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it's going up against Baby Billy.
Yeah. All right. Let's just roll on here. Let's keep
Lemonade out the mouth.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah,
give it props.
We're talking tinges now.
Tinges.
All right. Okay. We're moving on to a 7 seed against the 10 seed. Okay, we've got this is an animated battle. 2 different animated things. We've got, I think, probably the oldest thing on the list here. One of the OG fake bands. Got Alvin and the Chipmunks. Course, the Chipmunks there.
Many Saturday mornings watching the Chipmunks.
Yeah, I've started reading about the history of Alvin and the Chipmunks. It's pretty fascinating. So, of course, Dave Seville is kind of the name of the guy. That was not his real name. His name was Ross Bagdasarian. But he kind of adopted the name Dave Seville. So he had a hit with the old song Witch Doctor, if you remember that song.
Yeah.
So that was he had a big hit with that, doing the sped up voice thing, right? So, he was like, I gotta follow up the hit or whatever, and he kind of came up with the Chipmunks as and the first song was
ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah. Yeah. I was just getting that part in my head. Ding dang, walla walla, bang bang.
Yeah. So like the first one he did like as Chipmunks was Christmas Don't Be Late, which is like their biggest song. Huge, Christmas hit, Me, I Want a Hula Hoop. We all know that one. So they did tons of albums and songs and all kind of stuff. Apparently Alvin, Simon, and Theodore were the names of 3 executives at Liberty Records, which was his record company. So that's where he came up with the names for the guys. So they did a show, a prime time animated show in 1961 to 62 called The Alvin Show, but it was canceled after one season. It was not very successful. And then they kept doing albums kind of throughout the 60s. He would do albums like they did like Chipmunks Sing the Beatles and Chipmunks do the, so whatever was kind of popular at the time, they just sped it up, would do a Chipmunk version. They were moderately successful or whatever. So it was still a going concern kind of through the 60s. Dave Seville, the guy, he died in 72. And basically nothing happened until the end of the 70s. So 79, NBC started airing reruns of the Alvin Show from 61, the old Alvin Show, as like a mid-season replacement for something. They're like, what we got in the can, let's play some of those old Alvin cartoons. And it kind of like spurred kind of a people were kind of got interested again. And they did an album, which I've seen the cover. If you've seen the cover before, there was an album called Chipmunk Punk. Came out in 1980. And that was like kind of a hit. Like people were like kind of dug that. Like it kind of spurred a lot of like interest in the Chipmunks. So 1980 Chipmunk Punk came out. So they started doing more records. They did the Christmas special in 81. And then that show, the theme song we just heard was the Alvin, the new Alvin and the Chipmunk show started in 83. So it was 83 to 1990 was that show that, we remember.
And they had a movie.
And they did a live stage show in 85 apparently too. So they were really big in the 80s, kept doing specials. And then, they started, kind of a re-emergence of some of the live action / computer animated films and 07 to 15.
There was an animated movie that spun off of the cartoon that was a theatrical release. And then years when my kids came about, they had the live action with the computer animated, and they made a bunch of those.
Didn't they cross over with Alf and Garfield for that special?
Oh yeah. The cartoon
they did a lot of
superstars save drugs or something. I don't know. I don't remember.
Take drugs.
Yeah.
They
Mouth
did.
Burst through the Berlin Wall.
There was a newer series, like a computer animated series that ran through 2021. So as recently as 2021, they were like making new episodes of Alvin and the Chipmunks. I haven't seen anything since then. But so
very simple thing that has spurred a franchise.
Like 60 plus years. They kind of ebb and flow. They go away for a few years. They make a comeback, but they've been around forever. So Alvin and the Chipmunks. We all know them. Okay. Sorry, I got so excited about talking about.
We sure know them now.
Place here. My goodness. Okay. So that was a 7 seed. So they're going up against the 10 seed. This is kind of a one scene thing, that, became very, memed and, beloved by a newer generation of folks. From a 2001 episode of SpongeBob SquarePants, we've got the Bikini Bottom Super Band.
Let's get this over with. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's the thrill of one more kill, the last one to fall.
You have to imagine SpongeBob singing it. Funny.
We have to admit, SpongeBob probably has a bigger impact culturally than anything on this list. It's been on forever. It is the biggest thing with multiple generations of kids.
Not at my house.
You forbade your kids.
I did.
Is there a Dogman band?
Yeah, it was never huge in my house, but yeah, I mean, this one is, for a generation of, like you said, a wide swath of the population. They grew up on this stuff. So yeah, this was they were performing at the Bubble Bowl, kind of like some kind of version of the Super Bowl, and they had to put a band together, and they sang that awesome power ballad. Kind of
the idea is like the band does not come together. Squidward's trying to, whip them into shape, and they're not. He's trying to impress somebody. I can't remember, but then when the show goes on, they hit it and like perform beyond anyone's expectation. So I'd seen they were looking for a marching band too, because it's a marching band. So they were trying to find like a soaring marching musical, and they're like, none of this works. None of this really hits. So they just found this song. Nickelodeon had this library of royalty-free music they just had cataloged. So they just picked, this was a completely unknown production music track that they just pulled out, plopped in the episode. And the year it came out, it had 300,000 iTunes downloads.
Wow.
Yeah, it was, I did notice the episode aired on September 7th, 2001. So literally the week of 9/11, which is kind of crazy.
Last good.
Yeah. But this, there was a big kind of viral campaign, if you remember, a handful of years ago. So, the creator of SpongeBob, Steven Hillenburg, had passed away in 2018. And so there was a big push they wanted to perform at the Super Bowl that year. They're like, have SpongeBob perform Sweet Victory. It's amazing. So there was like kind of a viral push for that. And they kind of did. So I guess Travis Scott was doing the halftime show, and they actually, like, when he came on, they played the clip of SpongeBob kind of like to introduce him. And then he came out and sang a song, but like fans were very disappointed by that, because they're like, you threw us a bone, but you didn't give us what we wanted. So they were very happy with that outcome. But that was a big viral thing related specifically to this band a few years ago there.
So yeah, I feel Alvin's definitely more our generation. SpongeBob is the next generation.
Well, so they can do their own list someday.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying
Agreed. Alvin.
Okay. And obviously they have a wide catalog where, that's kind of a one scene wonder there. Okay. Moving on to an 8 seed versus 9 seed here. Our 8 seed from the 1992 hit comedy Wayne's World. We've got Crucial Taunt.
Well, it's been getting so hard, living with the things you do to me. My dreams are getting so strange, like to tell you everything I see. I see a man in the back, as a matter of fact, his eyes are as red as the sun. And a girl in the corner that no one ignore, 'cause she thinks she's a passionate one. Oh, yeah, it was like lightning. Everybody was frightening, and the music was soothing, and we all started moving. Yeah. The man in the back said everyone attack, and it turned into a ballroom blitz. And the girl in the corner said, boy, I wanna warn you, it'll turn into a ballroom blitz. Ballroom blitz.
The Tia Carrere.
Yes.
Correct, yeah.
I
That was
loved
her
her.
band. Of course, Wayne's World, based on the SNL skit, Mike Myers and Dana Carvey. This is the rock band fronted by Tia Carrere that Wayne falls for. They wail in the parlance of the characters in the movie. Good stuff.
Yeah. Saw that movie several times.
I had that soundtrack. I had the...
Yeah. A lot of big hits on that soundtrack. What's it up against here, Jared? What seed is this?
That's the Crucial Time. It's the 8 seed. It's going up against the 9 seed here. Going back to the Henson universe from Fraggle Rock. We've got the character of Cantus, the minstrel.
Music grows in the rose, rock and rain and the blowing snowstorm. Everything seems to sing everywhere I go. I say 1, 2, play me do. Let me sound as sweet as you. Play me wide, play me long. Let me be your song. Yeah. Down on the ground, song comes singing from the midnight places. Raise me high in the sky, song comes drifting through. I say 1, 2, play me do. Let me sound as sweet as you. Play me wide, play me long. Let me be your song.
Of course, Jim Henson performing as Cantus. He was an enigmatic traveling bard with magical elements, is how he's described. So yeah, he would showed up in a handful of episodes. Folks on The Rock were always happy to see him, and he always came with bangers. But yeah, it said there's only, I guess Henson himself only performed like a couple characters in Fraggle Rock specifically, but yeah. He apparently said Cantus was one of his favorite characters he ever did. He really liked that character. So, you guys Fraggle fans?
Yes, I was. I had completely forgotten about this until this list, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember that as a kid. But yeah, Jim Henson, when they were doing Fraggle Rock, he was off doing other things. There was a core group that was basically responsible for the whole series of Fraggle Rock. That they would go over to England and make the show and were super tight. But yeah, he wasn't. I don't think he was there much.
Yeah, Fraggle Rock was. I didn't like it as much as other people. It was just a little boring for me. Like I could not watch it for very long. So, but I like that Jim Henson.
Sure.
Who
stuff. Doesn't?
But I like Tia Carrere too.
Cantus is from the Latin word for song. So there you go. If you ever need to know the Latin.
Yeah.
There's one you got. I'm the same way. I watched a lot of Fraggle Rock and I did not remember this character. Said he was in at least 5 episodes and it just didn't have a strong memory for me. But I said it's Jim Henson's putting a lot of soul into that. Like you can tell it's meaningful to him. It's kind of hippy dippy and love everybody kind of a deal. But that's, that was important. But
there's another song from Cantus that is my favorite. I mean, it really it's a great.
You didn't
song.
think you were gonna play it yet?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm afraid if it's close, I'll make sure we play it. But I don't know. Maybe it'll move on. So
go ahead and play it now.
There's a rising, there's a dream of green that needs to wake up password, and a promise that the earth will never ever break. It's coming, feel it humming in the hearts we share with rock and sky. So raise your voices. There's a rising, there's a dream of green that needs to wake up password, and a promise that the earth will never ever break. It's coming, feel it humming in the hearts we share with rock and sky. So raise your voices. There's a rising, there's a dream of green that needs to wake up password, and a promise that the earth will never ever break. It's coming,
The only thing about that is that's like all the Fraggles singing. It's not.
Yeah, I mean he's there,
singing.
I know, but it's that's like
he's
kind of
singing
the Christmas.
with them.
They did they did kind of a version of like whatever their Christmas beliefs were. That was kind of the climax to that episode. But that one always hits me in the feels. I like that one.
Sure. And if you don't remember from the Muppet Family Christmas, the Fraggles they give each other a pebble, and then that person gives another person that same pebble the following year. It's a little Fraggle lore.
I
love it.
That's the kind of stuff that made me fall asleep or whatever.
So, did Tia Carrere come back for Wayne's World 2?
I feel like
yes.
she,
I remember
she was a staple.
It was a music festival, right? They were putting
her band was kind of like, so one was the Rob Lowe, right? And he was kind of like the sleazy guy on one, and he was trying to get with Tia Carrere. 2 was Christopher Walken played the sleazy guy, and he was like the manager for Crucial Taunt, who was also being sleazy and trying to get with Tia Carrere. So it was a very similar thing, but 2 was like when they're like filming the music video and doing the festival and that kind of stuff. Yeah,
there wasn't much movie. I don't know what I'm saying. Wayne's World was big. There wasn't much bigger than Wayne's World, and everybody who watched it had a crush on Cassandra. So you gotta go Wayne's World.
Yep, same.
Wayne's
Later
World,
Fraggles.
Plenty of Muppet.
Get out of here, hippies.
I don't get a say, so we're moving on. All right. We've got now a 6 versus 11 seed. Okay. 6 seed. It's another kind of 90s.
Doesn't even matter at this point. It means nothing.
Kind of a 90s cult comedy. Airheads. We're talking the Lone Rangers from Airheads.
What's Johnny doing out on a Tuesday night? Johnny can't read, Johnny can't write. Kids just don't understand. Johnny don't care about the world as long as he can do his girl and prove that he's a man. Degenerated, and our minds are vegetated.
What are you doing, man?
Start touring in 6.
Okay.
Brendan Fraser on the vocals there, if you could tell. This was Brendan Fraser, Adam Sandler, and Steve Buscemi as a kind of metal trio band trying to make it. They ended up taking a radio station hostage to get their song on the air. Hilarity ensues. Another Michael McKean appearance on this one. Add him to this. He's like the station manager or whatever in this movie. So get another Michael McKean appearance, MVP of the tournament as we discussed earlier. So where are you guys at with Airheads?
Forever since I've seen it, but I remember really, really liking it.
Yeah, I like the movie. I'm not too sure about that band.
Yeah, same. What else you got?
So that is going up against, from Full House, Jesse and the Rippers.
Jesus Christ.
Every word I said could make you laugh. I'd talk forever together. I asked the sky just what we had. Ooh, it shone forever together. If the song I sing to you could fill your heart with joy, I'd sing
I've been so happy loving you.
Okay, I'm going to hold this up because I've got a lot to say about this one.
Oh my God.
This is one of my favorite albums of all time. This is the wonderful, talented Dennis Wilson, gone too soon, drummer from the Beach Boys, great songwriter, singer in his own right, who wrote that song Forever for the Beach Boys' 1970 album Sunflower. It is an amazing song. And it was horribly murdered by John Stamos on television in the early 90s. And I hate everything about it. Yeah, so that was John Stamos' band on Full House. Jesse Katsopoulos, you know, he loved the Beach Boys. Beach Boys made a handful of appearances on there. You know, I'm a huge Beach Boys fan. I'll forgive them for appearing on the show. That's fine. But yeah, he did the video for that song.
The Beach Boys were in the video.
Like he did it in character, right? Like didn't credit John Stamos. It was like Uncle Jesse, like
Jesse
and the
It was
Rippers.
Uncle Jesse singing the song. It was like after they had the twins or whatever. I think it was like he kind of dedicated it to having the twins, and he sang this. And it is a great song. It's a great song. I love this song. But the problem is, like, they put that. Okay, the Beach Boys put that song on their 1992 album, "Summer in Paradise," sung by John Stamos. That is by far the most reviled album in the entire catalog of any Beach Boys fan. If you ask them to rank all 29 studio albums from the Beach Boys, Summer in Paradise 1992 is always the last ranked. It's hated. Mike Love. It's all Mike Love and John Stamos. It's horrible. Burn it. I hate it. Anyway, they had other songs. It was a fun thing. So, you know, they did other things, but I will hate them forever for doing that to a song from one of my favorite musicians. I read there was one episode where they kick Jesse out and he gets replaced by Barry Williams from the Brady Bunch, and then they go on to have a hit, which made me laugh. Yeah, so anyway, it's fun. Jesse the Rippers.
Keep on.
Yeah, there you go.
Have mercy.
Exactly. I don't know what to do. I don't know whether he wants us to vote for it or not.
I don't either.
I would say, like, you see people like wear Jesse the Ripper's t-shirts and stuff. Like, it's people grew up on Full House. They love it. So yeah, I get it that it's a beloved thing. It's just,
Full House is one of those sitcoms for a lot of people for sure.
Yeah, not me.
Not me. Again, I watched a lot. It was in syndication. I know I watched a lot of it. It was just on in the afternoon or whatever, but I was just never much of a fan.
I saw a clip from a Beach Boys concert. Like, I watched this clip. I don't remember. It's online somewhere. Like 2 weeks ago, and it was recent. It was the current, whatever the Beach Boys are currently.
Current lineup.
Yeah. And John Stamos was touring with them.
Yeah, he's still out there doing it. So,
and the clip I watched was him singing this song with them. They brought him out, like the crowd went crazy, and he didn't sing it very well, but he sang it.
Yeah, he's kind of made it his own, which I don't like, but that's all right. It's, I don't hate John Stamos. He's a likable enough guy.
Yeah. Like I like John Stamos fine enough. I liked Full House as a kid, to a certain point. Like the first, I don't know, maybe 3 seasons. Like it was a huge hit. It was, TGIF. We would go out to eat and then come home and so we could watch it. And they were cute kids and whatever. It was fine. As I got a little bit older, I quickly realized this show's really dumb, and kind of quit watching it after that. But my kids, I know Carly has watched a lot of Full House. She watched all of Fuller House, which no, thank you. But yeah. As a fake band, I don't know what we're doing here, guys. Like, I did not think.
And I think they Yeah, they brought Jesse and the Rippers back even for Fuller House. I think they did some appearances and stuff.
Okay.
As like a, beloved thing from the original. So
It's definitely a bigger footprint in pop culture history than Airheads.
Yes.
Yep, push it through. Let's go.
All right, Jesse's moving on. All right. Okay, we've got now. Okay, we had the last of our in-universe battle play-ins that we had, two bands from the same universe playing in. This was the final one that we did in that play-in tournament. It was great. I remember a great discussion on this one. We kind of went back and forth, but we ended up putting through a beloved Cantina band named Figrin Band and Total Nodes is the actual name, but we know it as the Cantina band from Star Wars.
Hey, we don't serve their kind here.
We all know it.
We all know it. We love it. It's great. Space Clarinets. It's a good song. Okay, so that came in as a 4 seed because it's a well-known song, and that is going up against a. This is just a personal favorite. I know Jordan's going to back my play on this one. Coming in as a 13 seed from the maybe not very well-known animated show Home Movies. The band is Scab.
Don't kill children, don't run them over. Let them live their life, let them get older. Don't kill children, don't run them over. Let them live their life, let them get older. He didn't do anything wrong. He was running hard. They tried to take his life. Don't kill children, don't run them over. Let them live their life.
I've seen enough of this.
All right. We've got some other little clips that we can maybe give a better description of. I know Jordan loves it. I don't know that you guys have ever seen the Home Movies. Premiered actually in 1999 on UPN.
A rock opera based on Franz Kafka.
Sorry, go ahead. Premiered what?
Premiered on UPN in 1999. Got canceled like immediately. Bought by Cartoon Network. It was the first Adult Swim show. So when Adult Swim premiered, fun fact, premiered September 2nd, 2001. There was a lot going on early September.
What
2001.
a week.
So that was I know, it was a bit of a crazy week. That was the first night of Adult Swim, which was, I remember that being a big deal. But that was like the first show they had on there. It became a kind of a cult show. H. John Benjamin, was one of his first voice roles that he became very beloved for. But yeah, so it's Brendan Small, the guy that did the Metalocalypse that we talked about a couple episodes ago, and Lauren Bouchard, who went on to create Bob's Burgers. They created this show, and it's a very kind of improv heavy animated show. So basically it's about some kids who go to school and they like to make home movies. They create their own movies, and they know an older guy named Dwayne who has a metal band. And, of course, we talked about Brendan Small playing all the instruments and doing all the music for his Deathlock band. This was earlier on in his career, kind of getting some of those creative things out through this character of Dwayne, whose band is Scab, and they play on a lot of the movies, and it's always funny. That song we just heard was Don't Kill Children, Don't Run Them Over. It was a PSA about not running over children. I don't remember if it got that story.
Do you want to hear a little bit more?
Franz Kafka is probably the most famous one.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, play some Kafka.
I'm a lonely German. I'm totally German from Prague.
I don't know what's wrong with me. I think I'm turning
what I see. I think I'm turning into a bug. I ain't got no self-esteem. I think I'm turning into a bug. Bet you $50 on my man. I'm a scholar. I'm turning into a bug. Mama like a daddy, like a baby, like a baby, like a turn into a bug. Yeah! Living like a bug ain't easy. Oh, man. My old clothes don't seem to fit me. I got little tiny bug feet. I don't really know what bugs is. Nice show me up.
I like that
was
song better.
something.
Yeah.
That was something.
Yeah. Dwayne always helps him with the music, but then he comes to Brendan and wants, hey, help me make my rock opera. He has this genius rock opera, and Brendan's jealous, so he's like, I think we should do other things. It's not that good, because he doesn't want Dwayne to shine, basically. Great show. I was tuned in that night, the first episode of Adult Swim. I was curious what was going on, and this is the first thing I saw, and I loved it immediately. It is produced by Tom Snyder, in the same, if you remember the show Dr. Katz, Professional Therapist. You remember that squiggle vision where the animation is all squiggly? And like I said, it was very improvised. You could tell the actors are in the same room riffing off each other, which cartoons are rarely like that. So having very funny people kind of riffing back and forth and kind of coming up with stuff on the spot was really unique. I just started, it's on HBO, it's streaming on Max. I just started rewatching a few of them, and it's not great right at the beginning. They didn't quite know what they had, and Paula Poundstone was the mom, so they gave her way too much screen time. And it was like, They finally realized they don't really care about the mom. It's the soccer coach, John Benjamin, was way funnier. So as the show goes on, it becomes more about the kids and the soccer coach. So I highly recommend that. I don't see any chance of this beating Star Wars, but Home Movies has my highest recommendation. And a lot of good film references, like a lot of riffs and jokes about classic movies that these kids are way too young to understand.
Yeah, I feel like this one we still quote things, Jordan, that no one seems to really know much about
yes,
or have watched, but we quote it all the time because it's great. So this one that gives us an excuse to talk about a great show that we loved. I don't think Scab is for very long in this tournament, but they do have great songs. So.
Yeah, who were they up against? Star Wars?
Star Wars, Cantina Band. Yeah.
Cantina Band. Play it again.
Does Cantina Band have another song?
Just
do
the one.
they?
I think they're a one-hit wonder.
They're in one scene, I think. The Cantina scene.
Let's go Scab.
Oh, man. Jordan, you voted Scab?
I voted Star Wars.
Oh, no. All right. I'm glad we got to talk about it anyway. All right. Last matchup on this one. We've got our last play-in band that made it out of the play-in tournament. And we've got a Cliff favorite that made it out of the play-in tournament, which was, of course, the Country Bears.
Take the long way around. We get lost and we get found. I wonder why we couldn't go straight to the heart of love. Climbing mountains, crossing streams, crying tears and dreaming dreams. I guess that's the only way we know, straight to the heart of love. Straight to the heart of love should be the shortest distance from lonely. Not always the road you're thinking of, straight to the heart of love.
Great animatronic country bears.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were.
All right, so they are going up against, just the way it kind of played out, a very similar genre of music. The 2 seed, we've got the Soggy Bottom Boys.
I am a man of constant sorrow. I've seen trouble all my day. I bid farewell to old Kentucky, the place where I was born and raised, the place where he was born and raised. For 6 long years I've been in trouble, no pleasure here on earth I found. For in this world I'm bound to ramble. I have no friends to help me.
Ooh, that is some
All right.
mighty fine a picking and a singing.
Of course, from the great Coen Brothers movie from 2000, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Got the Soggy Bottom Boys. That's George Clooney, Tim Blake Nelson, John Turturro, and Chris Thomas King makes up that band in the movie. Of course, that was kind of the big hit out of that one. That's the traditional folk song, Man of Constant Sorrow. The vocals there, I read that it said Clooney practiced for months and months to sing, and then he sang it. They're like, nah, we're going to redub your voice. He was like, all right, fair. So the vocals there were Dan Taminsky, who was in the band Union Station, played a lot with Alison Krauss. He's a great singer and bluegrass guitarist, etc. So yeah, that was Dan Taminsky singing there.
This movie, what a crazy thing to have a renaissance in the year 2000. Is this Americana folk bluegrass, Delta blues, crazy, crazy renaissance. This soundtrack charted at #1 on the Billboard, spent 20 weeks on the top country album charts, went 8 times platinum, won Grammy for Album of the Year and Best Country Collaboration with Vocals, and Best Male Country Performance for Ralph Stanley's "Oh Death." Just cute. It was brief, but it brought all the, you were hearing Alison Krauss and Gillian Welch and Emmylou Harris. You were hearing these people you'd never heard on the radio were having this huge moment just because of this silly movie. It's still crazy to me.
I mean, I think it really there's a whole very thriving genre of music, if you want to call it Americana or whatever people call it, that I think still 25 years later is still a pretty big thing. And I think you could kind of trace it back to this kind of moment where, this kind of traditional type music made a weird comeback, and it's, still kind of a thriving, genre. So yeah, it's a big thing.
Sure.
But are they bears? They're not bears.
Exactly.
What
I would
really
love
started the folk
you
revival?
can't tell me that there isn't a cover by the Bears of, is there not a bear of constant sorrow? Is that not a thing?
Well, I can tell you the Bears have been playing, multiple shows every single day since October 1st, 1971.
See, that song's from 1928 or something. I bet they covered it before Coen Brothers thought of it.
It's possible.
If you can pull up, I'll tell you what, Cliff, you have 1 minute. If you can pull up a clip of the Bears singing "I'm a Man of Constant Sorrow," you got to Google it. It's possible it's out there. If they did it, that will take them over the edge.
That'll do it for you.
Yeah. Otherwise, I got to go with Soggy Bottom Boys because that is a banger.
Let's see here.
Oh, I did think that was that was probably the best Country Bears clip I'd heard after all that rigmarole a few weeks ago. I thought I could imagine.
Movie? That felt more modern. Was that?
Yeah, that was from the movie. The theme park. It's hard to because the recordings are like somebody's home video, and it's a show. It's not.
I could imagine myself like at the show, getting the vibes, with them.
Sure.
Singing and stuff, but no cover, huh? No, they didn't do it. 40 seconds. 42, 43. It might be. I just would be surprised. That's right up their alley.
Well, that's correct. It would. It would not surprise me one bit. But if that was the case, let's see.
Those little sunbonnets from the Sunshine State, Bunny, Bubbles, and Beulah.
Soggy Bottom Bears.
Guy who gets me shook.
Is that
All I ever get from him's a dirty look. It's the same way everywhere I found. All the guys that turn me on, turn me down. All the guys that turn me on, turn me down. Nothing works for me that
Nice try.
No shame to the Bears. They had a good showing. But
Yes. Glad they made the list.
Yeah.
They made it in. They made it out of the play-in. All right, so Soggy Bottom Boys, move on. All right, last go around here.
There's been a couple times at Disney World where I was in a hurricane or got with real bad Florida
your bottom
rainstorm.
was soggy.
I was a Soggy Bottom boy.
Yeah.
All right. So we've go back to our matchups here. Our number 1 seed, Dr. Teeth and Electric Mayhem, up against Flight of the Conchords.
Oh my God. What do you think?
Well, play Carol Brown at least.
Loretta broke my heart in a letter. She told me she was leaving and her life would be better. Joan broke it off over the phone. After the tone, she left me alone. Jen said she'd never ever see me again. When I saw her again, she said it again. Jan met another man. Lisa got amnesia, just forgot who I am. Felicity said there was no electricity. Emily, no chemistry. Fran ran, who's turned out to be a man. Flo had to go, I couldn't go with the flow. Carol Brown just took a bus out of town. But I'm hoping that you'll stick around.
He doesn't cook or clean, he's not good boyfriend material.
Ooh, we can eat cereal.
You lose interest fast, his relationships never last.
Shut up, girlfriends from the
He
past.
says he'll do one thing, and then he goes and does another thing.
Oh, who organized all of my ex-girlfriends into a choir?
Rule 50 ways to leave your lover vibe.
Yep.
And they're going up against Muppets. I don't know if you want to hear. I'm sure we've got more Muppets too. If you want to hear Muppets again.
Better give me another Muppet.
The problem is all inside your head, she said to me.
Oh, this is the Muppets, dude. Let's get
Is this really the Muppets doing 50 ways?
Yeah. That's what you wanted.
I was saying that song sounded like it. I didn't.
50 ways.
They went. They pulled the Soggy Bottom Bears. They did it.
Make a new plan, Stan. Don't need to be coy, Roy. Just listen to me.
I can't. You said it could be done. Well, it did.
The Muppets can do anything, man.
That's right.
I love the Conchords, but it's hard to beat the Muppet.
All right. Muppets move on. All right. Our next matchup of winners. We've got Uncle Baby Billy versus Alvin and the Chipmunks. Only on this podcast do you get this kind of matchup.
There will come a payday, hallelujah, what a payday. There will come a payday someday, someday. There will come a payday, hallelujah, what a payday. There will come a payday someday. When I lay my work by, I have a home in the sky. For there will come a payday someday, where no interest comes due or notes to renew. Oh, there will come a payday someday. Here I work every day for such bigger pay, but there will come a payday someday. And the title's not clear to the home I own here, but there will come a payday someday. There will come a payday, hallelujah, what a payday. There will come a payday someday, someday. There will come a payday, hallelujah, what a payday. There will come a payday someday.
Carol Satan has real vibes. Satan.
So we grew up going to a little country church with Cliff's, same church Cliff's wife went to, actually.
Yes.
And once or twice a year they'd bring in musical guests. And that was always a great Sunday because it wasn't the boring preaching. It was, we get music. And it was always someone just like this. It was always a family, either brothers and sisters or parents and kids. They always dressed the same. All the women had the same dress on. All the men had matching ties, like singing these kind of upbeat, cheery, Jesus-y songs. Like this just strikes some chord deep in the back of my head of like sitting in a pew as a tiny little kid. Like, am I supposed to be enjoying this? This show just nailed the music really, really well.
It would have been nice to build up to misbehaving here.
We can play. That's the beauty.
No, we don't need to play it.
It'll be a whole different episode.
We can play it as many times as we want. Do you want to hear any more? Who is this up against?
Alvin and the Chipmunks. Yeah, it's Chipmunks.
Alvin's a classic, though. Alvin's a classic. Well, I know. There's tons of chipmunks. It's all good.
Okay.
We're deep. We're deep in. It's all classics here.
Yeah,
that's true.
I'm torn here because I'm a Baby Billy fan, but where the Alvin stuff just is like nostalgic. Where other things, like I was surprised hit button, like I don't know where you guys get off with the freaking California Raisins and this kind of crap. Like Alvin is classic, like, and you know.
Why you gotta badmouth the raisins?
The raisins aren't even in this.
I'm just saying that's where you guys went on and on about them. I'm like, I feel like nobody's saying much about Alvin.
I don't care.
I offered to play the song.
I don't care what you do.
Pass the plate. I'm putting in my $1 for Baby Billy.
You don't even have to get to the singing part. We know what it is. Just stop it right there. We don't even have to hear. Okay.
We were all hearing it in our heads.
Yeah. I don't give a crap, guys. If you're going Baby Billy, go ahead. It's fine. I'm gonna be a conscientious objector.
Okay.
I like Baby Billy also. I could just easily. You're not gonna hurt my feelings. I just want to give him a.
Alvin
I don't know if Cliff is as cut and dried as you think he is. Like he's struggling.
I love the Chipmunks, and like I said, that was many. I remember going. I loved that movie when it came out after with in the late 80s, maybe 87, 88, somewhere in there. I remember going to watch it in a theater, and I thought it was hilarious. Them and the hot air balloons and singing the song. They sang Wooly Bully in that movie amongst other things. Met the Girls, and yeah, I have a lot of nostalgia for the Chipmunks. This is tough.
They kept me off drugs. I mean, what more can you want?
Yeah. Still to this day, like
still, it worked that well. Jared, tell me what you think.
I mean, yeah, I like them both. I mean, I remember watching Chipmunks in the 80s growing up. I'm a few years younger than you guys, but yeah, I have nostalgia for Chipmunks, certainly. It's kind of one of those things where, like, yeah, Baby Billy is hilarious to us right now, yeah, because we just watched that show, but yeah, is it bigger than the I mean, the Chipmunks are like the OG fake band of this whole list. Like, they're
the oldest one on it.
They started it all. Yeah, they're the oldest one.
That's very true.
I feel like I would lean maybe Alvin and the Chipmunks, but I don't want to influence you too much.
Is this close for you, Jordan? Alvin and
no, I don't think it was close.
No.
Not really, Baby Billy.
Yeah.
Man, I listen to that damn song all the time too. And I don't listen to Alvin and Chipmunks, but maybe once a year at Christmas.
But every Christmas. Every Christmas.
Every Christmas.
But anytime I'm changed. I'm going to actually vote.
Okay.
You know, this is all I wanted. I wanted some talk, some respect paid, and because whenever I'm misbehaving, I listen to Uncle Baby Billy. So,
Uncle Baby Billy
pushing through.
Moves on. His payday might be at the end of this tournament. We'll see.
It might be.
All right, now we're headed back to kind of a 90s matchup here. Crucial Taunt from Wayne's World going up against Jesse and the Rippers.
Jeez. Just take both of them out and put the Chipmunks in. Like, that's ridiculous. Yeah, I'm going Wayne's World.
Wayne's World.
Same.
All right. Ari Stamos. Okay. Last one for the night here. We've got the Cantina Band of Mos Eisley going up against the Soggy Bottom Boys.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only song they play.
That's the.
I'm like, come on.
True.
I feel like a Soggy Bottom concert, you're going to get quite a good time.
Yeah. I would.
Your arm won't get chopped off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they might play in a little bit better establishments. Well, maybe not. I don't know.
Might get turned into a horny toad, but
yeah. All right, so Soggy Bottom's moving on from. Do I have a consensus here? Or?
Yeah. Where does that leave us?
All right, so that leaves us. I mean, we've got our Sweet 16, guys. This is big. We've made it. Do we want to review our Sweet 16 before we
start with this region? What we've just done.
Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. Good point. So this region we've got down to the final four, which is Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem, Uncle Baby Billy, Crucial Taunt, and Soggy Bottom Boys. So those are our last four.
Pretty good.
So yeah, we have officially made it to the Sweet 16 out of 88 down to 16.
Who's left?
Well, let's just make them. If you want to know what the other ones are, show up next episode for the finale.
Not much more to go, but we're going to make you wait a little bit longer before we nail this down to our final band standing. Jared, thank you once again for moderating this scintillating conversation.
Thanks, guys. Great stuff, as always. Looking forward to the finale.
We will wrap this sucker up soon. Come back. My name's Jordan Lowe.
Cliff Barnes.
Seth, bye forever.
Ka-Pow, the Pop Cultured Podcast, is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. Sounds, music, and clips played during the podcast are property of copyright holders. All original content is property of Ka-Pow, the Pop Cultured Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and leave a comment. KPP can be found on Apple Podcasts, Podbean, YouTube Podcasts, Spotify, and wherever podcasts can be found. You can connect with us through social media on Facebook, YouTube, or email Ka-Pow, the Pop Culture Podcast @gmail.com. Join our Patreon page to help support the show at patreon.com/udownwithkpp for special content and early access to episodes. We are grateful to anyone who chooses to contribute. Most of our content will remain free, so please click the thumbs up, like, share, and ask your friends. You down with KPP?